Hello and welcome all over the volleyball world and on the Channel 7 network to the FIVB World Tour of Beach Volleyball right here in beautiful Manly, New South Wales. My name is Jonathan Fogarty. Privileged to be here and privileged to be joined by the great Randy Stoklos and the equally great Kerry Potters. Kerry, g'day, mate.
G'day, Jonathan. G'day, Randy. What a pleasure it is to have the top of the country and the world playing beach volleyball on my home beach here.
Now, Randy, you are in love with this place. True story.
It's just an incredible place to come, and thank you so much for having me back, Jonathan, Kerry.
Great to have you back. There are the conditions. It's cooler. It's a little bit breezy. We've had a lot of rain, but hopefully, fingers crossed. It's such a beautiful part of the world. We are looking forward to the gold medal match. Canada up against the local girls, Jess and Mfae. We are so excited about that. But before we get to the gold medal match, we've got the bronze medal. The Germans, Behrens and Schumacher, up against the local guns, Lou Bawden, Nikki Laird. That is going to be super exciting. Let's have a look at this fabulous part of the world. Kerry, you get to play volleyball here. You get to live here.
Oh, look, how lucky are we? How grateful am I that I've picked Sydney, the beautiful Sydney, one of the best destinations in the world, to call my home. You know, the beaches, the beautiful oceans full of amazing wildlife. And just last week, we had the best skateboarders and surfers in the world. We've got it all here in Sydney.
Absolutely. A big happy birthday to the Sydney Harbour Bridge. Turns 85 this year. It is the centrepiece to the Vivid Festival, the Mardi Gras. It is an amazing part of the world, and we couldn't do it without Destination New South Wales. So lots to look forward to. After the break, for our friends on the 7 Network, we're going to have the bronze medal match. See you soon. So we are going to get ready for this crucial bronze medal match. Australia up against the team from Germany. The weather has been kind. The first referee in place. So once again, welcome to the FIVB Beach Volleyball World Tour. Today, the bronze medal match. The officials for this match, Darren Grimsey and Kevin Lenton, the two Australians. That's Darren there. Congratulations on their appointment.
Two of the best referees that Australia has. Using them for these medal matches is super important because these athletes, they're on top of their game. You know, they're not going to let a point drop without looking up to the referee and questioning whether these calls are correct.
Absolutely. Randy, these big moments just before a match starts, what are you feeling? What's the emotion?
Well, I think number one, your thought is that you want to get onto that podium. Number two, you want to play the best volleyball that you can and be consistent and really not really think about playing the game, but just act it out.
Absolutely. Kerry, both these teams lost their last match. They had visions of gold. Now they've got to play for bronze. How do you rebuild and recoup?
It's really tough. It's only been a matter of an hour or so especially for the Australian girls, but you know, they're going to be coming out. They're going to be like, they're hungry for a medal. This is Nikki Laird's home beach. The Germans have come a long way. They have been out here for a couple of weeks now. They're actually acclimatized. We had a lot of rain yesterday. We've got a bit of a trickle, but here come the Germans. They're ready for this game.
Absolutely. Kim Barron's the number one. Look for her in the defensive role, folks. She plays a great defensive role, and her partner, of course, Arnie Schumacher, a great blocker at the net, Randy Stoklos.
And it was tremendous throughout the whole tournament, really shutting down and putting a lot of pressure on all the players throughout all the world.
Absolutely stunning. Here are, though, the Hello World Volleyroos, triple Olympian, Sydney 2000, London 2012, Rio 2016, Lou Bawden. Such a complete player, Kerry.
Yeah, Louise Bawden, so experienced. She normally plays with Taliqua Clancy. You would have remembered them from the Rio Olympics. But while Taliqua unfortunately is injured, Nikki has stepped into those shoes. So Nikki Laird, this is her home beach. She'll be looking to really gel well with Louise. Unfortunately, they didn't have such a great semi-final, but they'll be hungry to take this one out.
Absolutely. Nikki, of course, from the northern beaches, so this is her sand. These are her people, but this is Australia versus Germany. The bronze medal match live all around the world and on the 7 Network. Hope you are going to enjoy this. We are underway for the bronze medal.
So Germany serving through the middle straight away, but Nikki, trademark, off to the left from the middle, nice and high and hard.
They really run that ball through the middle very well, and they cut back to the line with that quick snap.
They looked really good from the the net camera. So this is Lou Bawden just dragging it back into the net. We play best of 3 sets, folks. So the scoreboard, as you see, the 2 numbers on the left are the set score. The number on the right is the current match score, or it is 1-1 currently in this set. So no one's won a set yet. We are just underway. So 1-1, Germany, the top of screen. Australia receiving serve. This is Nikki Laird again. Wasteful on this occasion.
It's going to be tough for the Aussies because the Germans have got good serves. They know where to put the ball on the Aussies, and right now they're going to the middle and also more towards Nikki Laird. So Nikki having to pass for her partner quite well. Leaving that. Good eye, we say. You say that in America too, Randy. Good eye.
Of course.
Randy's got lovely eyes. You don't want them staring at you through a net, though, I imagine. This is Nikki Laird, another lady who's got a pretty good death stare through the net. The local born and raised product, and now an Olympian. Nikki Laird at the net, getting a block in position. Bawden in defensive masterclass.
And that's a much better set from Nikki Laird. We saw earlier in the semi-final, the Aussies really had trouble putting the ball too tight on the net, but this time Nikki gave Louise a lot of space. It was still tight, but enough for Louise to hit up off the block.
Yeah, the semi-final you talked about, Kerry, they won't have been happy with that performance. They were well outplayed, so they've got a chance to finish the tournament on a win. And Kerry, that's how you want to feel at the end of the tournament, yeah?
Yeah, you do. Look, it's really tough coming back from a semi-final loss, but all is forgotten because now it's all about this match right here. So these ladies, Nikki Laird, the tallest player out there, but getting blocked there through the middle. So the Germans, they seem to want to get points against Nikki, so Louise on that occasion choosing to hit the ball on 2, not making it. So
athletes changing against 4-3 Germany, the combination of Kim Behrens and Arnie Schumacher up against the Australian #1 seeds this weekend, Louise Bawden and Nicole Laird. But this is the bronze medal match. Both these teams had loftier aspirations, but they're having to reset and recalibrate, and they are battling for a spot on the podium nonetheless. Germans making a service error. Randy, you've been out there on the sand. It's a beautiful surface to play on, isn't it, here?
One of the best in the world. Obviously, the wind's changed a little bit from the past couple of days. We've got a kind of a side onshore flow right now. And Niels Said, the last couple serves from the opposite side, been missing those serves.
Nice roll shot. So neither of the teams really going hard at the ball yet. They're a little tentative, probably getting used to, Randy, you were saying, to the conditions, but 5-4, the sun's back out. You know, Kerry, you talked about the rain that we had. Gosh, the Manly fans, though, they've been with us the whole time. It's amazing.
Yeah, well, they've got umbrellas, whether it's for the sun or the rain. They're ready. And they're hoping the Aussies can pull one off here.
Absolutely. That again, the good service pressure. This is the #2, Arnie Schumacher, the taller of the 2 German ladies. 181 centimetres tall, so she will do most of the blocking. 6-4 Germany. Little break, well left this time. Nikki getting out of the way. Randy, when you were receiving serve, your partner called early in or out. You want to hear that good, confident call from your partner.
Absolutely. You need that communication each and every play, whether you be receiving serve or putting a ball away. Communication is #1.
That's a beautiful hand set from Germany. So sometimes you'll see players use a bump set off their arms, rebounding off their arms, or they're using a hand set. So personally, I love to hit off a hand set. It's just so much easier to read, and you can see there Schumacher having every opportunity to put the ball into the right space.
Yeah, the ball down in front of Lou Bawden, so the point to Germany. They get the serve. That's better. Nikki Laird bringing a little bit of Aussie beef to the centre court, crushing that ball away. That's, oh man, that's fantastic. Randy, you love to see the power athletes just putting that ball away.
Well, if they can do that with their aggression in the beginning, well, that blocker's got to make a move, and then it opens up the rest of the game.
There's the roll shot, well read by Bawden. She'll have to put a free ball over, so the Germans get to reset. They put the second ball over. Not a bad option. They saw that Lou Bawden was getting back into position, so Germany 8-6. You'll see the athletes, folks, changing ends every 7 points scored just to make sure whatever the weather conditions are doing, both teams equally impacted. That iconic view, Kerry, those beautiful trees in the background.
Those pine trees, they've caused many a disaster on my car. The sticky sap that drops on it when I'm at the beach for hours on end, either training or coaching. But we love Manly Beach, and right now there's a big crowd behind in the VIP tent enjoying this game, this bronze medal match.
Nice pick up by Behrens in defence. Bawden returns fire. It's got to come. Nikki got a little touch on the block, and then the first time dig, well, that is unprecedented. You don't see that very often, Randy.
No, you know, that's a very risky play, but when they were so off balance, it was an easy shot to the deep court for the point for the Germans.
There's a shot of some of the local folks, the fans that have come down. We've had some good corporate support. It's been a wonderful weekend so far. This is day 3, our final day. This is the bronze medal match, folks. Welcome wherever you're watching in the world, on the web or on the 7 network. Oh, she's done it again.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
That is just great court sense right there from the Germans. Like, seeing that is open. Australia was just in no position to receive that ball back, still coming back onto the court, and Nikki having to dive out for that, but Behrens just too good.
And that'll be a little wake-up call for Nikki and Lou. They are playing a team that are a little bit unorthodox. The standard, you know, dig, set, spike, you kind of get a little bit zoned into that, and a team that changes it up, hits the second, or as we've seen from Germany, Randy Stokes hitting the first ball over, boy, you're going to have to zone in the whole time.
It's really interesting. Either they're practicing amongst themselves, the Germans, with Laura Ludwig. Laura, the gold medalist of Rio, they used to shoot that ball on any kind of open, very tactful, obviously taking an advantage, and scored 2 points in a key 10-6 change right now.
You see the Australian girls, so they've called a timeout. Louise Bawden and Nikki Laird, the Aussie girls, they've called a timeout. A little 4-point break has opened up for the Germans, and they want to shut that down. So they are taking a bit of time to refocus and just talk a bit of tactics. They are a kind of a new combination, Kerry. You've talked about that. They've been together long enough to get some cohesion, though.
Yeah, they normally play against each other. Obviously, the Olympics, Louise played with Taliqua Clancy, and Nikki Laird played with Maria Fay. They've played many times against each other. They've been training together as a bigger group now, so they know each other very well. Played a couple of tournaments together, just finding their groove.
Unbelievable pickup in the backcourt by Behrens again. This defensive genius that she is. We talked about it a little bit at the top of the show, but that is an example of just beach volleyball defense 101, and then she gets up and has the presence of mind to go for that deep snap. So the Germans are the better team at the moment and are leading 11-6 against the Australians, who are got a little bit of work to do in the first set. Laird this time, that's a much better swing.
Much better swing from Nikki Laird. Look, she really gets a lot of confidence when she hits high and hard. She's got a great angle, but she can hit over the block as well. And sometimes if she tends to drag it down, she'll get blocked. But as long as she keeps hitting like that, then they can keep inching back point by point. Let's see what she can do with the serve. Nice and deep. Behrens off the net. Another chance for the Germans here. Oh, off the block. So that time, Nikki not able to get into a good blocking position.
Yeah, you know, that was the second opportunity for the Australians to score. And I think that really the factor is for them to be successful today is that they have to transition and score those points.
All right, so we have the Germans serving 12-7. Australia in the right of screen in a bronze medal match. Nikki Laird catches the baseline. We were unsure for a moment, but it was called in, so that's okay. The Aussies probably needed that 8-12. We're 1 point away from the technical timeout. Hope you're enjoying the coverage, folks, all around the volleyball universe. Such a massive sport around the world, beach volleyball. We're trying to get a foothold here in Australia, Kerry.
The most gender equal sport. But this weekend, it's all about the women.
Absolutely. That's okay. So there we go. We are going to go to a break. Australia fighting back in the first set, but they trail Germany 12-9. Well, hello all over the world. Hope you're enjoying the stream of this first set of the women's bronze medal match here in beautiful Manly Beach. It actually has turned into a lovely day. We have the German team of Kim Behrens and Arnie Schumacher have started probably the better team, and they lead 12-9 at the technical timeout. Local girls, Lou Bawden and Nikki Laird, have had some moments, but the Behrens and Schumacher combination just a little bit better in a couple of key areas. Randy, firstly to you, if you had the ability to talk to the Aussie girls now, what's the one thing you'd ask them a little bit more on?
I think the key to them winning is Nicole Laird passing the ball in front of her. She is so big and so strong. If she has put that pass in front of her, she's going to get a decent set, and she has all the range in the world to put that ball away.
Do you see anything different to start this second stanza?
I think that's a really good point, Randy. I think you're absolutely right. As long as she keeps it in front, Louise has got every opportunity to give her the best set. She also needs to get up there and get a few blocks. The Germans are really good in attack. Lou gets some good balls in defense. Can they put it away? Ooh.
Yes, they do. Can. Absolutely, and that is going to be the key. If they can convert those points, they're going to stay in the game, they're going to be more competitive, and they're going to put pressure on the German team.
Absolutely. I think they got some good touches in defense, but in the first part of this first set, they didn't turn that around, as you say, Randy, into a point. So that's a good moment. So 10-12. Margin 2, Nikki Laird peels off, and there it is. The pressure is on Behrens all of a sudden to find the court. So 11-12, I think the technical timeout, Kerry, to you, I think has helped the Aussie girls.
Absolutely. Looking through the net for the Germans at Louise and Nikki, it's quite intimidating. I mean, Louise Bawden there, just over 6 foot tall. Nikki Laird, 6'3". They're very intimidating. As soon as the ball's tight on the net, it's going to force errors. That time she got it. She got it on the line, but Nikki's there.
The German team, we've seen them now at Shepparton, Kerry, and we've seen them obviously here this weekend. They don't make multiple errors, and Randy, you know, you were impressed with their consistency.
Sure. Obviously, that's what it's all about in beach volleyball, consistency.
Nice deep serve too. That's the corner they served Nikki a lot in the semi-final, so obviously they've been scouting the tactics of the last match. And then the drop shot, well, that's really good. A nice combination. This time it's Arnie Schumacher that drops off.
The drop shot's going to work really well for the Germans, I believe, as well, because Nikki and Lou aren't used to playing defense. They're not used to kind of coming forward. They're both blockers in their other teams, so that's the hardest part for them.
There's a break for the Australians with a service out. They go to 11. The issue is that when you're talking about those big players, it goes and makes them after the smaller.
Welcome back to the 7 Network viewers. Hope you're enjoying the coverage. We are in the first set of the women's bronze medal match. Australia trailing Germany 12-14, though they have fought back pretty well. This is Nikki Laird with the ball for the Australian combination. Her partner, Lou Bawden, up against the combination from Germany. Kim Behrens and Arnie Schumacher. It is the #1 seeds up against the #6 seeds for the bronze medal. So Australia serving. You've come back well, Australia. What a time to come back, because Nikki Laird's hitting an ace, Randy. There's never a bad time for an ace.
Never a bad time, especially when you come out of a little bit of a break like that. Obviously, momentum now stirring, and see if they can serve this next ball in.
This is Nikki Laird again. Absolutely going to the same part of the court. Dropping off well. Here's an opportunity for Laird to crush one of the Germans. That'll do. Kerry, that's much better sign.
Oh, I love to see Nikki Laird hit high and hard like that, using her height, but a much better transition set from Louise Bawden too. So that'll give the girls a lot of confidence as they switch sides. Even Stevens, now you can see how high she hits it straight down into the sand.
Nikki Laird originally was a springboard diver in her youth, but she grew too tall to be a springboard diver, so she became an Olympian in beach volleyball instead.
Now she's springing out of the sand.
Absolutely spring-heeled, Nikki Laird. That was good stuff.
What a great choice.
Absolutely. No arguments here. 14-all. This is Nikki again from the other end of the court. They've changed ends. Good read, Lou Bawden down the line, but she couldn't quite execute. So,
you know, on that defensive play right there, because Louise is left-handed, it's a difficult ball for her to go to the right and make that play with her right hand. She was just a little bit late. German score on the shot down the line.
This is Kim Behrens serving for Germany. Good hand-setting opportunity for Bawden to show her skills. It's a pick-up again. The German girls, keep an eye, folks, if you haven't watched a lot of beach volleyball. We've got a really classical formation in the German team where we've got a dedicated blocker, a dedicated defender. You know, Kerry, you've talked about the Aussie girls both kind of being blockers, but the Germans, they complement each other really well, don't they?
Absolutely. They both do their own job particularly well. Not the passing that time, though. And, of course, they can't use 4 touches.
You can use your head, though.
You can, but it has to be within the first, second, or third touch, obviously. So,
well, what a time to come back to the viewers in Australia. You've come back in Australia, have hit the lead. Here are some highlights of that last point. 1, 2, 3, 4. That was unfortunately not happening. So Germans have called a timeout. They've lost their shape a little bit. Nikki Laird has served very well. And Randy, just a little, you love momentum. Let's get that on the table there.
Well, not only momentum, but obviously that great serves puts a lot of pressure on the Germans, and now where they're Australians up for the first time in this match, 16-15, they'll say a timeout goes to Germany.
And a little change in the conditions. You'll see a lovely Manly faithful, Kerry, putting their ponchos on. It's been an interesting weekend for the fans, hasn't it?
Yeah, just to let everybody know that in Australia yesterday here in Sydney, it was absolutely pouring, and unfortunately it's starting to sprinkle a bit. I don't think it's going to pour like it did yesterday, but in one of their games yesterday, Nikki and Lou here, the Australian girls, they played, and literally I don't think they could see because the rain was so hard. I've never seen it bucket down, but they kept on playing.
Yeah, it was torrential, absolutely torrential. But anyway, it rains on both sides of the court, so 16-15, the Aussies have a crucial lead. They've been trailing the Germans for the vast majority of this first set in the bronze medal match, but at a really important time they hit the lead. Can they get another one? Oh, Nikki Laird, get up and get down again, because that is her first kill block for the match, and what a time. Randy, what does this look like?
Well, what's more important is the serving area from the left-hander to the right side player that enables the blocker to jump into the cross court and score that important point to go up by 2.
17-15, so the Germans under a little bit of pressure now. Bawden reads well, but it's a clever shot. Kim Behrens, we've seen her being blocked once or twice, but Kerry, I've never seen her make 2 errors in a row that I can recall.
No, she's been very steady throughout this entire tournament, so neck and neck right now. Australia needing to keep this side out going, so they get a free point for a side out. They keep their 2-point lead. Of course, we're only going to 21 points, so now it's starting to come down a little. You might see the Aussies take their glasses off. Gets a bit difficult, but they've got the little cap on the front to shade their glasses from the raindrops, but see how they go.
18-16 now, Australia, 2-point lead. We go to 21 points, folks. If you've not seen a lot of beach volleyball, the first 2 sets go to 21. You have to win with a margin of 2. We just had a bit of player contact under the net. Nikki Laird, in her attempt to run that ball down, has come into contact with Kim Behrens. It is a non-contact sport, Randy. I would make that point. You never made any contact with the opposition, I'm sure.
Well, you don't have to really make that contact, but you can make some eye contact to make some effect to the other players, I'm sure. And a little verbiage will work too.
You were always very shy on court. I can't believe what I'm hearing. All right, it's our 2, so back-to-back errors. So Australia, that consistency just eluding them when they really need it. So 18 all. You see first referee Darren Grimsey there calling that ball out. So the Australians have lost their footing a little bit here as the rain came down. It's going to go to Nikki Laird again to see if she can crush one. Gee, it looked from here like it's caught the line, but they're going to go and have a look. I'm waiting on the call, Kerry. How did you see that?
Let's have a look at the replay. I'm not sure whether we can see that down on the side. No, protected by the post, but Lou definitely thought that one was in.
Yep, and they got the point. So 19-18, big moment. It caught the line. So the point to Australia. And Nikki Laird just being a serial pest, just hanging around and being bothersome above the net. And that's about physical intimidation and presence.
There it was. Stay close to the net. Make sure that you're going to go and be able to go and put pressure on that opponent.
Well, the pressure has led to 2 set points to Australia. The first set of the bronze medal match, Australia v Germany. Set point Australia. An opportunity for Lou Bawden to get up and get it going. And she does. The Australian team of Louise Bawden and Nikki Laird have wrapped up the first set in the bronze medal match. That will give the crowd, Kerry, plenty to cheer about.
Yeah, and plenty for Lou and Nikki to cheer about too. That'll really give them some great confidence. They certainly didn't play their best volleyball in the beginning of this set, but they certainly played it at the end. And look, Louise is so thankful for that one. But when she got out of the sand on that point, I knew that she was going to win that game, that point. She was just so aggressive and really going for it.
All right, let's have a look at some highlights of a very interesting first set. You see how much the conditions changed. We got underway in the bronze medal match. Lou Bawden, Nikki Laird in Australia, or from Australia in the blue, up against Behrens and Schumacher, the Germans. And look, it was even. There were times Australia dominated. There were times, Randy, that Germany dominated. dominated. It was hard to pick a winner until late in that set.
It sure was. And Kerry, you know as well as I do, when all of a sudden there's a change of weather, things can go against you or they can go with you. And all of a sudden things turn for the Australians, where you could see it right there with the block, with the 8 serve. A lot of great opportunities here. They got 5 opportunities to convert points, and sure enough, that's what's the difference of the game.
Absolutely.
Well, the crowd enjoyed that, didn't they? And here are the stats. Kerry, to you first. Look, what does that tell you about the first set?
Well, obviously, a couple more attacks there for Bawden and Laird, which meant that they probably got a couple more digs in defence. Errors about the same, but I think, you know, it really swung both ways in that game, and I think the consistency of either team is going to get this next set. So they're very well matched.
All right, that is the first set done and dusted. After the break, we're going to come back for the second set in the women's bronze medal match. Welcome back to everyone all over the world watching the FIVB World Tour of Beach Volleyball. This is the bronze medal match live from Manly in Sydney and New South Wales. The Australian combination of Lou Bawden and Nicole Laird won the first set against Behrens and Schumacher from Germany, but the Germans have served an ace, so a really good way to start the second set. So they look like they're ready to go. The conditions are changeable, and we see Schumacher, a bit more of that, Randy, is needed for Germany to get back on top, I feel.
Well, you know, unfortunately, how it starts off, they go get an ace against Australia, then the next play they go to the other partner and thinking that she's not going to receive serve, and then all of a sudden she makes it. And then they go back to the original serve, Louise, and Louise makes a passing error to go and have Germany go up 3-0.
Well, actually, and that one will make it 4, so the Australians, Kerry, have come out sleepwalking.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure sleepwalking.
Too harsh?
I think the Germans have just picked exactly their strengths versus the Australians' weaknesses. So Nikki Laird loves to hit hard cross. She loves to whip it back to the line, and they've been able to dig and block those. A couple of tough serves. But now Australia's got a chance again to make a point or two, so they need to put the pressure on the Germans to pick up the points.
And my memory seems to tell me that the Australians started the first set a little slow and gave a bit of a lead to the Germans, but absolutely clawed their way back and won it. So this won't bother them. They won't be too troubled. They've got good mental strength, Kerry. They're both really resilient and mentally tough players, the two Aussie girls.
Yeah, absolutely. They've both had so much experience being at the Olympics last year, albeit in different teams. So they just need to keep that experience together to fight back now in this second set. They've got the first. So nice little roll off the top of the block for Louise Bawden.
Trademark fist pump from Lou. It's super cute. We should probably tell people at home this is the bronze medal match, and Lou Bawden, Nikki Laird are not a normal or regular partnership. They're one of our newer combinations, Kerry, but they, you know, when they come together, they can be a really strong team.
Absolutely. They're both blockers normally, but now they're switching it up a little. Nikki's spending most of her time at the net. Louise is doing a lot more defence. Good to see her digging some balls. It'll give her a different perspective of the game, being back there in the backcourt. But the Germans, they're very well acclimatised now to Australia. They've been here for a couple of weeks. They finished second in the Shepparton World Tour event 2 weeks ago. And so they're used to being in a final in Australia as well.
Absolutely. And this time, another bad pass. So the Australians have come out and really been put under service pressure, Randy, from the get-go in the second set.
Yeah, Nicole Laird, if you look at her positioning with her feet, she faces the sidelines, and the ball goes to the sideline. She's got to square up her hips, pass that ball up to the net, and she's going to be much more effective.
Welcome back on the 7 Network and all over the world. Hope you're enjoying the bronze medal match for the women's FIVB World Tour here at beautiful Manly Beach in Sydney in New South Wales. The Australian combination of Nikki Laird, Lou Bawden have won the first set, but the Germans have come out really strong in the second. Jumped out to a 7-2 lead. It's now 7-3 on some good skills.
You know, Jonathan, they always say, pass the ball well, you're going to get a good set, and it's a much easier ball to put away, just like the Australians did there.
It's a simple game from where I sit, but out in the deep, wet sand, Doesn't always translate, but I tell you what translates, and that's the spiking of Kim Behrens and Arnie Schumacher. And Kerry, great story about Lou Bawden on screen there, the #1 for Australia. Last weekend, she got married to her beautiful, beautiful husband, Casey Grice, and she's cut her honeymoon short to be with us today. I think that's a great volleyball story right
Absolutely. Beautiful volleyball romance right there. And look, this is her honeymoon. I think she would love a bronze medal as a honeymoon gift.
Well, she's already got a bronzed Aussie, so she could get a bronze medal to go with it. Is
that would be wonderful for Louise. They've still got a lot of work to do, though. They're trailing by 4. Here's a chance for the Australians now. Good set. There you go.
Much better little transition pickup. And they played all the way over on the left side, Randy, but the German ladies didn't adjust and they stayed down the sideline. They got really caught out of shape here.
Well, how many times are you playing against a lefty like this with the opportunity to go and swing from the outside? Very rare on the tour. Not many left-handed players.
No, they are beautiful and a rare bird, the left-hander Randy Stoklis. That is for
Aren't
sure.
you a lefty, John?
Moving on, it is now 5-8 Australia, trailing by 3 against Germany. I'm in commentary with the wonderful Kerry Pothast and 5-time world champion Randy Stoklis. Speaking of world champions, Nikki Laird was the under-23 world champion, so some pedigree there. But she's playing in the senior leagues now, and we've got a game on our hand, 9-5. Behrens and Schumacher. We talked about Randy, they both lost their last game, so they're relegated to the bronze medal match. But you want to finish with a winning feeling. You want to finish on a high.
This game's up for grabs right now. Australia's got to go and keep the game longer right now. Make sure that you're just more competitive in this game and slow the game down. Then you're going to inch back into this match and possibly steal the second one to win the match and win the bronze medal.
6-9 the score now. Nikki Laird back to the service line. We've seen her serve pretty well. They had 2 aces in the first set.
She's got a nice flat float serve. Does risk the lines as she did that time. And this time, Behrens trying to inside out that one for a cut shot, missing. So that's a good point for Australia. Germany haven't made an error for a while, so that's a good point for the Aussies.
Little miscommunication there. She passes the ball to the middle, thinking that she's going to get a middle set. The ball goes out a little bit further. She cuts the ball into the net.
All right, Nicole Laird again from this part of the world, a Northern Beaches athlete who's graduated onto the world stage. Part of the Hello World Volleyroos, and the veteran 35-year-old Lou Bawden crushes that one away. And it's a great resume, Kerry, a Sydney 2000 indoor Olympian. Fast forward to 2012, a beach volleyball Olympian in London, and then 2016, a beach volleyball Olympian at Rio as well. And I think probably her strongest performance was Rio in 2016. They had a great Olympic Games.
Absolutely. Louise and Taliqua Clancy had a great event in Rio, as did Nikki Laird there on screen with her partner Maria Fay.
Talking about Maria Fay, we'll see her slightly later in the broadcast, folks. If you haven't heard the news, this is the bronze medal match. Later on in the broadcast, we're going to bring you the gold medal match. Maria Fay, Artacho del Solar and Jessica Namo, the Australian girls, will be battling it off for the gold medal against a pretty handy team from Canada. We'll tell you about that soon. But yes, Australia fighting for bronze and fighting for gold as well. The girls fighting hard. This is Bawden again. The lefty snaps it with a trademark abdominal strength and brutality, and that shot though is delightful.
That was a really smart hit from Behrens there, because as the Aussie girls were coming off the net, Behrens felt that Louise was in the middle and she went slicing it to the sideline. So experience right there.
Absolutely. 11-8. Germany serve off the net. Here's an opportunity for them to convert the free ball. The sun comes out again. The conditions really testing the athletes. Transition ball from the Aussies comes back. That's a good up from Nikki. Can they get something? Can they put some pressure on this ball? The Germans are there. This is the rally of the set for sure. Bawden can't be everywhere. 12-8 Germany. That was breathtaking, Randy.
Very difficult movement right there for the Australians, and needless to say, Germany putting a lot of pressure on them right now. Up 12-8.
This is Arnie Schumacher going back to serve. We're 1 point away from the technical timeout. They get a break when the scoreboard counts up to 21. We seem to have a minor issue. That is not good scenes at all. Wow, Lou Borden's right shoulder is giving her a serious issue. That is not her happy face, Kez.
I'm not sure if she's winded. She fell heavily on that side, or whether she's actually hurt her shoulder.
I think we might have just had a medical timeout call. We're just waiting for confirmation. But I have a very, very strong feeling that we may have called for some medical intervention here. As you said, Kerry Lou came down very hard. Is she winded, or has she maybe done something to a collarbone? This would be awful if this is actually an injury to this wonderful Iron Woman of Australian beach volleyball.
You know, sometimes you can land incorrectly, hit a pocket of a mound on that sand, and it can put that pressure, and it's like a bit of a stinger right there. But let's hope that it's nothing serious.
Okay, I think it's just a regular timeout. 30 seconds. Let's have a look at the footage and see if we can pick up anything. Kerry, I'll get you to keep an eye on what happens here for Lou. She goes a full layout.
I think she's winded herself. She laid out with her arms straight out, which means I wouldn't think that she's hurt her shoulder. I think she's completely winded herself.
She's back.
She's back, and it's definitely not her hitting arm. I think she was gulping a breath there rather than in pain.
All is well. If you're watching at home, Casey, all is well, my friend. Your beautiful bride continues to impress. There it is. All is well. 9-12. We're going to go to the technical timeout in the second set of the women's bronze medal match. And we had a beautiful live performance of Jess and Matt, the wonderful musical group. We're going to see some of their footage now. They did an absolutely lovely performance to warm up the crowd. They did a wonderful job.
In the bar, you like something to me. Make us by the sea, chasing down a tree. What could it be? Catching all the stars and the rocks in the bar. What could it be? Make us by the sea, chasing down a tree. Send me to me. I never knew what love could be. You like Sydney to me. It was only the first week that we met. Thanks so much, guys. Have an amazing day. Thank you, guys. Thanks, family.
Jess and Matt. They were quite good, Kerry. We were enjoying that. Randy and I were singing along. The
referees.
Darren Grimsey, can you get his groove on? Something you don't see every day at home, folks. I hope that didn't catch you unawares. You are in the bronze medal match, Australia v Germany, and Lou Bawden just shaking it off.
Look,
she's a tough one.
What I actually love about an injury, it's nothing good about an injury, but there is one little thing about an injury. It does make you focus more. And I wouldn't be surprised if right now Louise Bawden, her head is in the game a whole lot more, because she's more concerned about conserving everything, conserving movements, being more strategic.
Maybe it's a masterclass to take the heat off Nikki. She's pretending to be injured to draw the fire, Randy. Is that a thing?
I don't know about drawing any fire, but you certainly can go and dig in within yourself to go and want it a little bit more.
Absolutely. 13-10 now. Nikki's hitting from off the net. Schumacher and Behrens, the Germans, they'll have to do the same. Very hard to get over the head of Nikki Laird. She'll get a transition spike. That is a really complete skill set that Nikki Laird's just displayed.
Yeah, over the block of Schumacher. That's seriously not easy to do. She's up nice and high, over and a little bit inside, but Nikki Laird, that's what we need to keep seeing her doing, high and hard.
Absolutely, 11-13. So the Aussies won the first set. You're watching the bronze medal match, folks, wherever you are in the volleyball world or across the 7 network. It's a delight to bring it to you. The sun's back out. Manly has been capricious but beautiful.
And there she goes again. Nikki Laird, another point over the block, through it.
Great opportunity, and that's what I was talking about in the beginning of the match. How many times they can convert points is going to be a key component for them to win this match.
Absolutely. We saw them get a little speed of points on in the first set, just around this middle phase, and the Germans had to come back hard. So let's see if the Aussies can keep this roll going. That's going to help immensely. Lou Bawden, she's not busted at all, folks. She's made of tough stuff. Louise Bawden, the triple Olympian, just popping it up on the net and saying, Nikki, feast yourself. on some of that goodness. Well worth a hug. That is delightful. Beach volleyball, the Hello World Volleyroos have forced the Germans a little bit into a kind of a negative headspace, so they've called timeout. They don't like the run of points. It's been fabulous. Good to see the sun shining. Randy, I want to get you to cast your mind back. It was 27 years ago that you played an FIVB World Tour event here and you won it. What was your... what do you recall of that time in Australia so long ago?
Well, I think the one thing that I recall that the Brazilians were so fiery, and we were competing against them on the World Tour on almost every event. In those years that I played in the beginning of the FIVB Tour, I played 10 events, or I played 13 events. I got into 10 finals. When I got into a final, I never lost. And that had really nothing to do except for to say that the Brazilians were so good, I just tried to be a little bit better than them.
What a great rivalry USA and Brazil is. We've now got a rivalry, Australia v Germany. We're locked up at 13-all. Nikki Ladd continues to serve. She's overcooked that one, so the timeout was a good one. And Kerry, it's great for our sport to have the FIVB World Tour back here. It's actually been 9,864 days since the World Tour final was played on Manly Beach.
You're so good at maths, Jonathan. Yeah, no, it's fantastic. Manly Beach. Obviously, everybody knows Bondi Beach being where we had the Olympics 17 years ago almost now, but Manly Beach has come of age again with one of the biggest volleyball events of the decade. The FIVB World Tour event here. We've got a Volley Fest, a festival of volleyball. We're calling it the Volley Fest here. 10 days of volleyball. We're kicking it off with the World Tour here, and then we're going into a Four Nations men's competition, and then next weekend we've got the national finals of the Australians. So we're going to have the cream of the Australian crop battling it out next weekend.
So people should absolutely come down to Manly Beach all through the next week, and the next weekend there's plenty more volleyball. This is the final of this event, the final day of the FIVB World Tour event. We've got Australia v Germany in the bronze medal match, and then after that, well, the gold medal match. Licking our lips for that one. Nikki's shanked another one though, so again this is sort of ebbed and flowed. The Australians came back, now Germany flexed their muscles again. 16-14. Kim Behrens, the German, has found her serving moxie again from the backcourt. Nikki's going to shake it off loose, going to buy us some time with some sunglass cleaning. Good leadership shown by Lou Bawden. They're going to go at Nikki again, much better platform. They're going to bring it to the middle. And Randy, that's exactly what you wanted to see.
Well, she passes the ball to the middle, and I don't care where you pass it, just pass it up to the net somewhere. These girls are so big and strong. They have such range. It's a great swing to bring the team back to 15-16. It's a very, very important time in the game for them to go with, needless to say, score a point or two here, and they're fighting back.
Absolutely. 15-16, a block now would be nice for Australia, or a defensive touch from Bawden. Can she turn it into a point? Oh, of course she can.
Absolutely.
You never doubted her.
Absolutely no doubt. I can see something about when she runs in. She runs in with such determination that she's just going to power on that ball. And that's so good to see, because that is Louise Bawden's strength, is power at the net. She's such an athlete. Incredible strength. And now Australia have evened up again. This is just swinging back and forth, this second set.
Absolutely. Who's going to crack first? A two-ball play. Nice disguise. Well hidden. You would have expected that from the number one, not the taller of the two athletes in Anna Schumacher. So that was nice sleight of hand to drop it over on two. The Aussie girls will have to pass well now. Germans have the lead. We go to 21 points, folks. The first team to 21 points with a 2-point margin. Nikki runs behind and goes hard, but Behrens is there. Can Nikki convert her second opportunity? Behrens is everywhere. Oh, well, boy, Randy, to you, the defense is breathtaking from the German.
It is. It's actually incredible. They're touching every ball, right-handed, left-handed. Actually, never even an opportunity to put two hands on the ball, but they're popping that thing up. That ball goes off the block, off the digger, and there's the point to Australia.
All right, 17-all. It is getting into the tense phase of this match, folks. The Australians on the right side of screen, they've already won the first set. You win 2 sets of volleyball, you win the match. The Germans have to win this set to keep it alive, but so far the Aussies have got 1 set locked away on their quest for the podium for the bronze medal. They're going to change hands. 18-17 Germany.
They got to be locked and loaded right now. They've got a great opportunity. All they have to do is go tit for tat in regards to siding out and staying in this game. Just side out. Keep on in the realm of siding out. Here's the opportunity again for Australia on the second ball. She puts it away, ties up the game at 18 again.
And good maturity there, Kerry, shown by Nikki to hit that second ball. I thought she might have gone back to Lou.
Yeah, it makes me think that Nikki's full of confidence right now. If she wasn't, she would have set Lou up. So she's confident. Good to see, because this is when we need her to really come out and do what she does well. So
we need a Nikki-led ace or a Nikki-led block, Kerry, right now.
Bit of pressure for the Germans. Tight set. Great defense and reading from Bawden. Oh, that was a nice point. The Germans had that ball, but they both looked at each other. It's yours!
And, you know, we've been focused on Nikki Laird doing something amazing from the service line or the net, and we've lost sight of the fact that the defence from Lou Bawden and then the transition to get up and hit a winner has been really great, particularly in the second set. So the Aussies, at a crucial time in the bronze medal match, have taken the lead. 19-18, searching serve from Laird. She's going to hang around at the net, but a clever play wiped off the block. That's Kim Behrens showing great composure.
Yeah, it's good when you've got a good blocker to get the blocks down, but often sometimes those big hands can be a target. So the player has enough skill, they can hit the ball off that target, and that's exactly what Germany did then.
After this rally, someone will either have a set point or a match point. This is a pivotal moment in the bronze medal, and it's going to go to an overpass. So Germany, 20 points to 19, have got one set point to take the bronze medal match to a third and deciding set. Australia have to win this rally, or we're going to a third set. If they can lock it up at 20-all, then we keep going until there's a 2-point margin. So Nikki Laird, the pressure, the world is looking at her right now, and so she crushes it down the line, Randy, calm as can be.
It was a very calm hit, calm, cool, and collect. For me, I would have called a timeout right there and let the service think about it a little bit and we'll put some more pressure. But obviously they had other thoughts, and they convert the point to score, tie up the game at 20-all.
So folks, 21 points, no longer enough to decide this set. You have to get a 2-point margin if it goes to 20-all. So you're going to get this seesawing thing, Kerry. Germany now have their second set point.
Yeah, well, I think that they're looking quite calm and composed. They're making great choices on their attack right now. So if they can set up a point here, they can take this to a third set.
Set point number 2, Germany. Again, they go to Nikki. Lou says, oh, I've got a few tricks, but it's a great up from Behrens. The opportunity, they couldn't convert. Oh, but a free ball. Surely Germany must convert this one. Again, Bawden is immense in defense. Unbelievable. Nikki Laird, can she get a hittable ball? She's off the net. She crushes it. Well, that had absolutely everything. Germany were amazing, but Australia have saved a second set point. Randy, I'm blown away.
Well, momentum is swinging to the Australians right now, working very, very hard, moving around the court, and then scoring this ball down the line by Nikki Laird.
21-all now. So Australia, Kerry, have staved off 2 set points. Can they work really hard to win this rally to get a match point, a bronze medal point? This is maybe a pivotal moment. Laird from the service line. Deep breath.
It's a nice deep serve from Nikki. Oh, leaves a little bit of line there for Behrens, and she finds it and smacks it down. So, God, Germany are pumped.
Wow, I think she enjoyed this thoroughly. Just look at that. And a big breath out of rejoicing. So, set point number 3 for Germany. Australia have staved off 2. This is the third opportunity. The Germans serving at Lou Bawden this time. Lou has a little peek, but so clever, such a craftswoman. Under pressure. That's your go-to gal, Australia.
Lou is so used to being served. When she plays with Taliqua, she sees a lot of the ball. She hasn't seen as much this tournament because many teams are serving Nikki. So to get Lou back in the game, she'll be saying thank you very much for giving us an opportunity, giving me an opportunity. Let's see if Germany can get this one. Yes, they can. Wow, seesaw. Now we can keep going into the 40s to the 50s. Yeah, there's no limit.
No limit, 23-22. So this is the 4th opportunity for Germany to close this out. I don't know how much longer the Aussies can go for, saving set points. Set point number 4. This is going to be Nikki Laird's time to shine. Can't do it. Ladies and gentlemen, Germany have won the second set 24-22 in the bronze medal match, and we are going to have to go to a third set to decide who gets on the podium. Wow, Kerry, let's have a look at some of the highlights. That was breathtaking.
Both teams really giving it everything. You see Louise Bawden there. She's spent. She worked so hard. She used her power as often as she could when she got an opportunity. German's solid. Picking up as much as they can. Nikki Laird, she was so good. Her serving was really good towards the end of the set, and we've seen in the past her serving hasn't been, it's been a little bit unfocused, but she was good. She got some great hits. Nice second balls, finishing it off for her team there.
We saw some really good defense as well. Randy Stoklos, the Germans defended really well.
Not only defended very well, but the one thing that I'm thinking about right now is Australia, 19 all. They have to serve, receive. If they receive serve and put that ball away, they're looking at a point match. And that one slipped away, and they must be thinking,
oh, well, the next set will be the story. But for now, here are the stats, Kerry. Things have changed a little bit there. The Aces 5-1. That's a big stat.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought this in the semi-final. Bawden and Laird need to just up their serving a little bit, try and maybe take a few more risks. But then again, their errors are a little bit higher. So.
Okay, well, there it is. The bronze medal match is going to go to a third set to split the teams of Australia and Germany. When we come back after the break, the bronze medal will be decided. All right, we are back all over the world. Hope you're enjoying the live stream wherever you are tuned in. Hello in Germany. If you're watching your girls, they've taken the second set. Kim Behrens, Arnie Schumacher. We are underway in the third set. Lou Bawden and Nicole Laird from Australia up against Behrens and Schumacher for the bronze medal here at Manly Beach, Sydney, New South Wales, Australia. We played a 15, the first of 15 with a 2-point margin, and that's that play again. Oh, Randy, we saw that a little bit in the first set.
I don't know if that's luck or skill, but obviously a sweet cover by Germany and a shot over for the point to tie it up at 1-all.
This is going to be Schumacher to serve, serving deep, finding Lou Bawden on this occasion. And the overpass, little Nikki could do about that. So, couple in a row, 2-1. Conditions, Kerry, look pretty ideal right now.
Yeah, we had a bit of a trickle of rain early on, but the sun's out. There's a little bit of a breeze going on, so the players can pick the end where they want to smack their serves into.
Right, the Germans serving again. They've gone exclusively Lou Bawden, so they seem to have changed their tune, but the overpass, well, that is just food and drink for Nikki Laird, Randy Stokes.
When that ball gets up to the net, these girls are so big and strong. That's an easy swing and an incredible put away to tie up score 2-all.
Alrighty, it is Germany v Australia. The third set, the bronze medal at stake, a spot on the podium. Searching serve for Nikki on this occasion, and that ball not touched, so it's going to be called out. Australia will go to the other side, 3-2.
I love the service area, serving to the line, to the cross court, puts the position of the player on the outside, then she has no other area to go to, and tries to chop that ball and makes the mistake and cuts that ball into the net.
Crowding the spiker just does take away their options. You're absolutely right. I'm joined in commentary by Randy Stoklos, 5-time world champion, and Kerry Potthast, Olympic champion from 2000. We've got a couple of our wonderful young Hello World Volleyballers battling it out against a gun team from Germany. It is 3-all and 1 set all. You have to win 2 sets, folks, to win this match. The bronze medals have been minted. We just don't know who is going to be wearing them around their necks. So this is the German Kim Behrens, a defensive genius. She's been a revelation defensively in the 2 tournaments she's played here in Australia. And her partner, Arnie Schumacher, the block carry, that was pretty special too.
Yeah, read really well. She knows that Nikki likes to turn it back to the line, so she was ready. She waited in the middle a little bit, and then she just dropped into the line. So good tactic there in blocking.
All right, Germany 4-3. It's going pound for pound at the moment. Nikki gets the short serve. She'll have another swing, have a chance to reset. Welcome back, Australia. We hope you're enjoying the coverage of the women's bronze medal match from Manly Beach, New South Wales. Australia v Germany. We are locked up in a third set at 4-all. Nikki Laird, Louise Bawden up against Kim Behrens and Arnie Schumacher from Germany. The number 6 seeds from Germany up against the number 1 seeded team this weekend, Nikki and Lou. They are battling it out for the bronze. Germany with a 5-4 lead. Arnie Schumacher Just got a good block on Nikki Laird, so she's a bit pumped up at the moment and goes back and then executes a great serve. Kerry, that's been a favourite spot to serve this weekend for a lot of the athletes, that northern end and that corner.
It's a really tough serve to receive. There's a lot of wind coming through the corners. You can see, you know, between the grandstands and the player tents and the referee tents, you know, there's this little gap in the corner where the wind can kind of come in and hustle the ball around. So the sidelines definitely, but you need to take a risk. And for Germany to take a risk at this point of the match, again, risking the sideline, just missing the edge. But that's tough. That's confidence right there, because there's nothing in this match. You know, they've been playing now for almost, what, 45 minutes, an hour, and, you know, it's going down to the wire. It's the first to 15 now in this deciding set.
Australia trailing by 1-5-6. Nikki Laird serves. Can't get a play.
Tough play for Australia. They had an opportunity to get a score there. The player comes off the net and mishandles that ball. Point goes to Germany.
7-5 again, folks. Just to recap, we're going to 15 points. So the first team that gets to 15, you have to have a 2-point margin. The serve off the net, they're always hard to receive, but Bawden does well. Asks questions of the German defense. The block will stay. Nikki gets a good touch, but they're still in it. Germany this time, really great weight. Schumacher waited as long as possible to hit the cut shot. Lou really didn't have a read on it. It's 8-5 and a troubling 3-point lead at this stage, Kerry.
Yeah, what the Germans are doing really well is hand setting that ball. It makes it so much easier for the spiker. They've got the whole court. That's just a classic textbook cut shot right there. Nothing Louise Bawden. She was nowhere near it.
Yeah, timeout called by the Aussies. Lou Bawden on the left. Nikki Laird on the right. The local girl went to high school around this part of the Northern Beaches, did Nikki, so family and friends will be in abundance, and it's been a festival atmosphere, folks. If you've not been to Manly, if you've not been to the Northern Beaches before, on a beautiful day like today, it is one of the special places. And in our sport, Randy, you know, to you as a visitor, even you know that this is a special place in beach volleyball folklore in Australia.
Well, not only is it a special place, it's a special place for volleyball, and volleyball's getting bigger and bigger and bigger in Australia. So needless to say, if you come out of here being a gold medalist, it's something that is a feather in your cap that's never being taken away.
That's right. Never been taken away. And we get the opportunity as champions, Randy, to come and commentate on these wonderful players. And it's so good to see the Aussies. We've got an Aussie gold medal match coming up, an Australian team up against a Canadian team. And right now, we're still in the run here. Nikki Laird going behind, getting the point. So that was a great timeout by Australia.
Absolutely.
Just recomposing and getting their heads back in this game.
6-8, and this is the time we saw Lou Bawden really step up in the second set. Showed some good leadership. We thought she'd injured herself for a moment. We all had our hearts in our mouths as the blushing bride looked like she was very discombobulated, but she came back really strong. What a shame. They're almost in each other's pockets there. The peel back from the net from Nikki was pretty good, but she couldn't get any purchase on the ball. So 9-6 for the Australian combination. They need to close this gap. They need to do something special. Is it from the service line? Is it at the net blocking? They've got to find a way to work back into this match. We've seen them serving down the line at Nikki from this position. Let's see if they aim for that sideline again. They go to the middle. Behrens picks her up pretty cleanly. Lou Bawden, a good touch. Nikki gets there. On Bawden, you are an absolute star.
That was incredible. Bawden had Laird at her feet. She almost had to jump on top of her to hit that ball. It's a great pick-up, good set by Nikki, but look how close. Oh, they're so close. And she finds just really the only piece of sand on the court.
Amazing to hit a clean winner from there. The beauty of the left hand. All right, 7-9, Stokey. What's going to happen next?
What's going to happen next is that Australia needs to go and create some type of pressure. We can't just serve the ball in. We need to put a little pace on the ball and in a great area.
Take a chance. I think that is the message. We get a block. We're going to peel back. So Lou Bawden puts it up. The second ball, Nikki can't convert, so they'll have to reset again, and it goes through the block, and the Germans through Arnie Schumacher. Gee, they're the chances, Kerry, you think. Are they the moments?
Yeah, look, you could just see the experience with Germany there. They weren't going to let that second attempt go. There's nothing in it, right on the line. Australia needs to side out here for a point.
Germany to that all-important 10th point in the race to 15. You always feel if you're the team that gets 10 first, to double figures, Always makes you feel a little bit better. This is an opportunity for Bawden to put some pace on the ball. That's nice, so 8 points to 10. We only go to 15 in the third set, folks, and we change ends every 5 points. The weather conditions, probably the most benign, Randy, that they've been all weekend. It's actually postcard perfect at the moment at Manly.
It looks like the way I remember it.
Now's an opportunity for Australia. Can Nikki convert? Yes, sir, she can for 9-10. More of that, Kerry. When we saw them win the first set, it was plays like that where they elected to come back and play defense and then convert it. That's a good sign.
They've got to stay aggressive now. When Nikki Laird is high and hard and aggressive, that is what scares the opposition. It scared them into a timeout now. Australia is right in this game. They've, just like you said, Randy, few good serves, keeping Germany under pressure. I mean, you know, I can't even pick it now. Both teams are really playing well.
It's a great timeout by Germany right now, because obviously that puts the pressure on the serving team. If Germany can receive serve and score this next point, they go up on the side switch 11-9, which is a key component in a very, very smart timeout.
Absolutely. The crowd, the Manly faithful, you've been magnificent, Manly Beach. Thank you for coming out in such big numbers. Rain, hail, or shine, we've had a little bit of everything here at Manly Beach, but it's all come to this, folks. The bronze medal match between Germany and Australia, 1 set all, Germany leading 10-9, but the Hello World Volleys of Louise Bawden and, of course, Nicole Laird, Nikki Laird, they're right in this at 9-10. They have the momentum. The German team, though, are rock solid. So a bronze medal will be decided, I think, in the next 5 minutes. These next couple of plays are absolutely pivotal to who gets on the podium. Schumacher will have a high roll shot and she will make a skill error. Kerry.
Wow, that's unfortunate for Germany, but fortunate for the Aussies to switch on even Stevens again. So it's anybody's game right here. I think the Australians could possibly be switching to the more favoured end where they can serve tough and aggressive into the wind. So let's see what Louise Bawden can do here with the ball.
This match now running to 1 hour, so this has been an absolute torrid affair. Schumacher, though, she responds the only way she knows how, Randy.
Just like you would thought she did. The last play, hitting that ball out just long, was unlike her. This is more like the Germans.
That's her A game right there. So 11-10. Germany take the lead again. We go to 15, but if we go to 14 all, folks, that 2-point margin is required. For now, it is 11-10 Germany. Nikki Laird craftily. That's a step of the maturity step up, I think, for Nikki, that sort of play, Kerry.
Yeah, like to see those confident plays at the end of each set from Nikki. Tells me that she's got her head in the game.
11 all, 1 all, an hour in. Germany, Australia for the bronze. We are no closer to knowing who is going to win this medal. It's been a wonderful, wonderful, tense battle. And that is, I'm going to give her a block stat for that, Randy. What do you say?
I always took the ones that were close to the net, but that goes for the solid point for the Australians. And sure enough, they're going to Annie Schumacher right now in a really kind of a different change.
Absolutely, and for the first time in a while, Australia hit the lead at 12-11. Is that an omen? I'm not a believer in signs, but maybe this is the time for the girls to shine at Manly Beach. And shine they do. Nikki Laird, the kid from Kalara High.
Great decision from Nikki there to drop off the net. Germany were in a little bit of trouble, so she made a good choice and then a nice hard high hit.
13-11, Australia, a vital 2-point lead. Nikki with the ball in her hands again. An ace would be very, very nice. Probably too much to ask for. But that'll do.
Yeah.
Thanks, Nikki.
Yes.
Error from the Germans.
Great serve, I must say. For me, the coach, I spoke to him earlier in the day. Victor said, if we can go and put some pressure on Germany and go and figure out the game as the game goes on, they made the switch, and they made the switch at the most important time. And here, sure enough, they've got match point.
The bronze medal ball in the hands of Nikki Laird for the win. Australia on the cusp of a famous bronze medal victory. And they get it done, Australia. That's what it means to Lou Bawden. That's what it it means to Nikki Laird. That's what it means to the beach volleyball fans of Australia, because Lou and Nikki have won the bronze. Congratulations, Kim Behrens and Arnie Schumacher from Germany. You were delightful. But Kerry, the blushing bride, the celebration continues.
Yeah, Louise Bawden married just last week. She'll be so happy. What a honeymoon win for her. Her new husband will be watching back from Adelaide in South Australia and really enjoying seeing Louise and Nikki take out this medal. We're so proud of the girls. They really fought hard. They had such an unfortunate semi-final. They didn't play their best, but they came out today. They played so well. The Germans were right in the match, right on their tails the whole time.
Absolutely, and may I point out back-to-back bronze medals for Nikki Laird 2 weekends ago at Shepparton. She played with FIVB, won the bronze. She's backed it up with another bronze. Well done to her. Here are some of the highlights. That lady there, though, I've got to give all the props. Stokey, Lou Bawden has played a massive game of beach volleyball today.
Well, not only mature, but she's been listening to the coach. They figured out the game. They looked at their opponents, knew exactly where the momentum was going. They switched their game plan, went to the right sider, Annie Schumacher, put pressure on her, blocked her a number of times, even after that great hit, and that was the difference of the game.
Absolutely, and here is the serve from Nikki Laird that gave them the bronze medal point. They came